Everyone, Mr. Everett's back here with you. Just want to go over orbital notation from yesterday and then more of a user-friendly orientation that we're going to look at today called electron configuration. So if you could stop and pause this and go ahead and try boron, aluminum, and sulfur for the orbital notation, and we can check your work here when we get back. So if you want to pause it, give those three a shot, and then we'll talk about electron configuration after that. So with boron, remember we always start at the lowest energy level. So we're going to start at energy level 1. We're always going to start in the S block. So our 1s orbital there. 2 boxes, so 2 arrows. We're going to go down. Boron is over here. So we need to get to this box right there. So next we fill up energy level 2. We always start with the S block because it's closest to the elevator. So 1 arrow up, 1 arrow down. So now I've used 4 electrons. So now I'm going to work my way across and get over to 2p. And remember, our rule for figuring out how many rooms we have is you take the number of columns divided by 2. So 6 columns divided by 2, I would put in 3 rooms. I just need 1 more arrow. So there's my 5. So aluminum is going to be number 13. So I need to get to this box right here. So I'm going to start with 1s. Go to my next energy level, which is energy level 2. I would start with the S block. And then 2p, I'm going to work my way across. I need 13 arrows, so I'm going to put 1 in each one going up, 1 in each one going down. And then I'm going to jump down to level 3. So 3s, because I always start on the left. So I know I need these 2 filled. And then I move across, and I'm going to get into 3p. And I just need 1 more arrow to get my 13. So that would be my configuration for aluminum. And lastly, sulfur. I'll go through this one a little bit quicker. And then you might notice I'm using like half arrows. You can do that to save you some time. And I have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'm good to go with sulfur. All right, so that one takes a while, and we really don't do that a ton when we're talking about our configurations and how electrons are built up in the atoms. What we usually use is our electron configuration. So this is just taking the same principle, but kind of looking at it in a different way. So for boron, what we would do is we are going to do the same notation. So we're going to start with 1s because we always start with the first energy level. The block is S. And then instead of doing arrows, we can do exponents. So that says 1s2. So the arrows here match the number there. Okay, so then we're going to go to 2s. And then my arrows here match here. And then 2p. And I have 1 arrow, so 2p1. And to count and check your work, you just add up the exponents and make sure that number matches how many electrons you need. So 2, 4, 5, boron is number 5. So let's say we get rid of this and we don't have this because we're not going to do both every single time. And we're just going to use the periodic table as a guide as we go. So Al, we're going to do 1s. And it's kind of nice that S at the most you can only have 2. So 1s, we would say there's 2 because that one's filled. So then we're going to jump down to energy level 2. So we go there and there. So I'll put X's in like the elements that we're using. So 2s2. So it's not in the 2s. Aluminum is right here. So we need to get to there. So now we go across. It's not in any of these. And I know I can have 6 electrons total in 2p. So 2p6. So then I'm going to drop down to number 3. I know it's not either of those. So I can do 3s. And I'm going to put a 2 there. And now I know that I'm in the 3rd energy level. I'm in the P block. And then once you're close to your atom, you just count how many over in that block it is to get your exponent. So aluminum's the first one over in that block. So it'd be 3p1. And again, you count them 2, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that gets me aluminum for 13. So lastly, we'll go sulfur. Again, without having our arrows because we're not going to use those. So I'll just put X's as we go. So it's not in 1s or there. So I'm going to say 1s2. I know it's not here or here, so I'm going to say 2s2. I know it's not any of those 6, so 2p6. I know it's not either of those, so 3s2. And I know 1, 2, 3, 4. It's my fourth one over in the p block. So I'm going to say 3p4. So that's kind of an intro. On the PowerPoint, I will attach. There's some more additional problems here for you to kind of look at. So we're still going to stay away from the 4th energy level for now. We'll get to that when we're back in class on Wednesday because there's some different rules there. But I'll have you try some practice problems and reach out tomorrow if you have any questions. Hope you have a great day.